Okay, let's start with a cold, hard number that should honestly completely change how you look at your personal finances. $80,000. That is the exact difference in interest you'd pay on a standard $300,000 mortgage, depending on whether you have a 620 credit score or an 800 credit score. Just think about that for a second. We're talking about the exact same house, the exact same loan amount, the exact same bank, but you're paying $80,000 more over the life of that loan simply because of a three-digit number. Welcome to The Explainer, where we distill the absolute best source material on personal finance to completely demystify that three-digit number. Okay, let's dive into this. Getting an 800 credit score is not about luck. It's not something that only people with massive incomes or trust funds get to have. It's actually a very specific blueprint built from simple, learnable behaviors. And once you understand the formula, you can start building that elite score today. So here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover the credit score formula, the two biggest levers, some hidden rules of credit, essential habits for an 800 plus, fixing credit report errors, and finally, your exact action plan. Let's start with Section 1, the credit score formula, and how it's actually calculated. To win any game, you really have to know the rules, right? And this brilliantly illustrates the absolute foundation of your FICO score. This matters because over 90% of lending decisions use this exact mathematical model. There's no big mystery here, it's just math. Just 5 specific slices go into it. The biggest piece? That's your payment history, sitting at 35%. Basically, do you pay your bills on time? Literally just one missed payment can cause a catastrophic 100-point drop to an excellent score. Next up is credit utilization at 30%, which is just how much of your available credit you're currently using. Then we have length of credit history at 15%, your credit mix at 10%, and new credit inquiries at 10%. Honestly, master these 5 slices, and an 800 score is pretty much inevitable. Moving right along to Section 2, the 2 biggest levers. Now, if you want to see results quickly, you definitely shouldn't treat all those factors equally. We are going to put all of our immediate energy into the 2 massive levers that you can control right now. Payment history and credit utilization together make up an astonishing 65% of your FICO score. Seriously, if you focus on nothing else today, focus on these 2 things. For payment history, setting up autopay for at least your minimum balance is entirely non-negotiable. You just cannot afford to lose 100 points because you forgot a due date. And for utilization, paying down your current balances so that you're using less than 10% of your total available credit is hands down the fastest way to see a massive jump in your points. Next up is Section 3, Hidden Rules of Credit, 3 Surprises. So beyond the standard rules, there are actually a few insider secrets to how the credit bureaus really operate. Let's look at 3 hidden rules that surprise almost everyone. Surprise number 1 is piggybacking. You can actually be added as an authorized user on a trusted family member's credit card. Let's say a parent or a spouse, bless them, has a card with a perfect 15-year payment history and super low utilization. Getting added as an authorized user instantly transfers that entire pristine history right onto your report. You don't even need to use the physical card. You just get to reap the rewards of their impeccable habits. It's kind of like a financial cheat code. Surprise number 2 completely debunks a huge myth. When you finally pay off that old credit card, your very first instinct is probably to close it, right? Do not do it. Closing a card actually hurts you twice. It shrinks your total available credit, which totally ruins that utilization ratio we just talked about, and it wipes out the age of that account over time. Instead, you want to keep those old accounts open. Just put a really small recurring charge on it, something like a cheap streaming subscription, set it to autopay, and happily toss the card in a drawer. Surprise number 3 is the massive difference between your statement date and your due date. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that this is the true secret to manipulating your utilization ratio. See, your bank reports your balance to the credit bureaus around the statement date, not the due date. So if you spend heavily but pay in full on the due date, the bureaus might still see you basically maxing out your card mid-month. The fix? Just pay your balance down before your statement date. This essentially forces the bureaus to record a perfectly low utilization ratio. All right, Section 4, Essential Habits for an 800 plus score. Once you've pulled those big levers and mastered those hidden rules, keeping an elite score really just comes down to maintenance. An 800 score isn't an accident. It's simply the unsexy, boring discipline of consistency. Here's what you do. Never ever miss a payment. Keep that utilization under 10% at all times. Make sure you space out your new credit applications so you don't look desperate to lenders. Keep your oldest accounts open forever to anchor your credit age. And here's a really great habit. Call your bank once a year and request a limit increase. Higher limits mean your normal, everyday spending naturally takes up a smaller percentage of your available credit. And finally, just monitor your score monthly so you can catch any weird drops right away. Which brings us to Section 5, Fixing Credit Report Errors. Speaking of weird drops, we absolutely need to talk about the hidden dangers lurking in the system, because sometimes a low score isn't your fault at all. According to the FTC, 1 in 5 credit reports contains a significant error that's actively suppressing the score. Just think about that. You could be doing everything perfectly right, but some bureaucratic mistake is dragging you down. But hey, the incredible news here is that finding and resolving these errors can easily add 20 to 50 points to your score almost immediately. So, how exactly do you fix it? Well, you go to annualcreditreport.com. This is the official, federally mandated site where you can pull your free reports from all 3 major bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Pull them, read through them, and actively hunt for late payment marks that are flat out wrong, or maybe accounts you simply don't even recognize. If you spot an error, dispute it directly with the bureau online. By law, they have 30 days to investigate, and if they can't verify the negative mark, they literally have to remove it. Section 6, what an 800-plus score actually gets you. Okay, so we've talked about the mechanics, the math, and the habits, but why go through all this effort? So the crucial point is that an excellent credit score literally buys you financial freedom. We already talked about saving 80 grand on a mortgage, but look at this. It also means saving $4,000 to $6,000 in interest on a standard car loan. It unlocks premium credit cards that can earn you thousands a year in free travel and cash back on the spending you were already going to do anyway. And one of the best-kept secrets? In most states, an excellent credit score means your auto and home insurance premiums are 20 to 30% lower. We're talking about tens of thousands of dollars kept right in your pocket over your lifetime. And finally, Section 7, your exact action plan. Now that you know the rules, the stakes, and the massive rewards, it's time to take control. Let's move to our definitive 5-step checklist and see how this builds. Step 1, pull those free credit reports today and hunt for errors. Step 2, open every single financial app you have right now and set up autopay for at least the minimum due. Step 3, check your current utilization and make a solid plan to get it under 10%, ideally before your statement date. Step 4, pick your highest limit card and request a limit increase to instantly drop your utilization ratio. And Step 5, stop closing those old accounts. Just let their age quietly work in your favor. Building an elite score takes absolutely no high income, no fancy financial advisor, and definitely no expensive paid services. It really just takes the quiet, daily discipline we've covered today. Every single right move you make compounds over time. So I want to leave you with this. What will your future self be able to afford based on the habits you decide to start right now? I mean, that $80,000 in mortgage savings, that could be a college fund, a brand new car, or years of a much happier retirement. You have the blueprint. Now go build it.